Welcome everybody to Football, the People's Game, your home of footballing analysis. Joining me on this session is a Manchester United fan, Rafael, and we'll be talking about the Manchester United matches before the international break. So Rafael, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
All right, viewers out there, if you're a first-time viewer, this is Football, the People's Game. Subscribe to follow more of our footballing analysis. So, Rafael, we'll be starting with the 4 matches that Manchester United has played for the international break. They have played 3 in the Premier League and also 1 in the EFL. Manchester United, in their 3 matches in the Premier League, won 1, drew 1, and lost 1. And then were eliminated from the EFL by Grimsby Town, a 4th league division team. So what are your reactions about those 4 matches?
Yes, from the first match against Arsenal,
Yes.
we the Man U fans were so much impressed the way they played, how they pressure the Arsenal team. So we expected more from them.
Yes.
So after the Arsenal game, the Fulham game now came in, and then we couldn't see the same efforts
Yes.
from the players. We couldn't see this, their expectations. They couldn't match to it. So we were still trusting in the team because we know that there are a lot of new players that came in. So they have not played together. So we think they needed to blend and then work together. But the Grimsby game, that was a game that we were so much disappointed in, most especially. Because this was a game that Manchester United needed to win. There's no two ways about it. No matter how they played, we even expected them to dominate the game. But at first, Grimsby were the one dominating Manchester United. They were pressuring Manchester United and were fighting behind. That was a very poor game because we expected much. We expected a win. But with the performances, how they played that game, Grimsby deserved the win. To be fair enough, they deserved the win. Even though Manchester United would have won at penalties, Grimsby deserved that win and not Manchester United. But luckily for them, they got the win even at the penalty kick.
Okay. All right, so before we come back to that Manchester United elimination from EFL by Grimsby Town, we'll be talking about their last game before the international break, which was against Burnley. So you made mention about Manchester United's performance being a shadow of their first game, which was against Arsenal. So against Burnley, Man United still struggled. So what do you have to... It's still in regards to the performance we have still talked about. I think that game versus Burnley doesn't reflect what they played against Arsenal in the first game.
Still, Manchester United is not convincing. The fans are not convinced with the performances at all. From the first half, they got a lot of chances,
Yes,
which they would have converted. But we couldn't see that. The attack has been so slow. At times, we question whether it's the coach's tactics or the players are not playing on their instruction given by the coach. There are a lot of questions to ask here because we don't know what the problem is exactly. Because Manchester United has a very good squad that they can even go in winning the league. But we have not been seeing all those things since the starting of the season. So if there is anything that could change, that should come from the coach. Whether to change his tactics or bring different game plans in every there should be different approaches in every game you play.
All right, you just made mention about what is one of the problems resulting to Manchester United performance, and you made mention of Manchester United's manager either changing his formation. Now his formation 3-4-3 has come under scrutiny, especially after their performance against Grimsby Town. Now, after that game versus Grimsby Town, the manager, Amorim, he said a lot of things needs to change. And he doesn't know whether it's the 24 players or whatsoever. So, in regards to just what you said right now about his tactics, do you think that Amorim's tactics will actually work at Manchester United, considering the calibers of players that are there, especially playing 3 at the back, knowing fully well that defenders like Maguire, Delight, and Dalo, Dogu, these people don't have the strength of playing 3 at the back.
And also as wing backs.
So do you actually think it's the formation that is the problem at Manchester United?
At times it depends. The formation and the players.
Okay.
The formation as a coach, the formation you are using, is it suit for the players you are having?
Okay.
That's a question we should ask ourselves first.
Okay.
So for Amorim as a coach, if you think the players can play towards this formation, and then you've not had that time to get in those players which you want to play the formation you want,
Okay.
manage what you have, depending on when you now bring in players that will fit into your formation.
Mm-hmm.
This has caused us a lot of damages, starting from last season, but we believe that from this season the coach will now bring in players that will suit to his pattern, and then we expected a lot to have happened, a lot of changes. How Manchester United will play, their approaches. Manchester United doesn't score goals anymore.
Compared to previous seasons.
Compared to previous seasons.
All right, just like what you just said, in their last game versus Burnley before the international break, Manchester United created over 20 chances. And you can see that they were able to convert one because the first goal was an own goal, and then the third goal was a penalty. They were able to convert 1 out of 20. So I think the issue of Manchester United not being able to convert their chances is something that needs to be talked about.
Yes. And the reason that is, for my own understanding, Amad Diallo is very good at attacking. But for you bringing Amad to play from the back, that has really given me a tough time, because he has to come back, defend, and attack. So he has been finding it very difficult to cope with such.
Okay.
That's why I don't buy the idea of playing 3 from the back.
Okay.
Because it's really making our wingers weak. They have not been active with this formation.
Okay. All right, and the coach, your coach, after the Grimsby Town defeat, he's still adamant that he's not going to change his tactics. That is what he's going to stick with.
You know, about the coach, and when he was coming from Sporting, he told Manchester United that he's not going to change from his position, which he has been using in Sporting. And in Sporting, it has been working for him, but this is Premier League.
Yeah.
What the formation you use in Sporting or the tactics you use there, you don't expect them to work for you in Premier League. The way Premier League and teams approaches a game is different from what they play in Portugal.
Yeah.
So coming here and then you start seeing a lot of you are facing teams like their Burnley, Fulham, and then you are allowing those teams to dominate you. A big club like Manchester United. Then the fault is from the coach.
Okay.
Because you've got players like Mbomo, Kunha, and Benjamin Sesko from your attack. You have Bruno Fernandes from the midfield.
All right. You made mention of some Manchester United players being limited by the formation Amorim is using. And you talked about how Amad Diallo has been limited by that formation. So when you look at that formation, 3-4-3, you realize that it features just 2 midfielders, which is Casemiro and Bruno. Now we know that Bruno is more efficient when he's closer to the attacking line. But with this formation, Bruno has been brought deep into the midfield. Do you understand? Now, it's not just only Amad Diallo that this formation is affecting. I think it's affecting the whole team.
The entire team, yes.
Yeah, the entire team. If you have looked at some of the games, especially in the Premier League versus Arsenal and also Burnley, you will see some instances where Manchester United will lead an attack and it will just be one person that is going up front. No backup, and at the end of the day, you see that the Manchester United players that has led that attack will be unable to finish it up. So I think Manchester United's manager, as a coach, you don't just need to stick to one formation. and expect it to work. I think as a coach, you need to be dynamic. You understand?
Yes.
When one
Yes.
formation is not working out for you, you try another thing to see whether it will work for you. So I don't know why the Manchester United coach is still stubborn that he's going to stick to that. And I think if he continues like this with the performance and the performance are not being positive, I think he will be shown the door.
Definitely. So I think what the coach needs to look into, change the formation and then try another formation and see if it works. Fine. If it doesn't, then you now come back to your formation.
Okay.
Because you don't expect to be using a particular formation which is not working for you, but still you stick to it.
Okay.
Because his job is already in danger.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. And to continue seeing this result.
And if you look at the game versus Burnley, when Manchester United were tied 2-2, you see how restless he was. And when Manchester United had a penalty, he was unable to watch the penalty. So I think he's under much pressure currently.
The only difference with Burnley game was because Man U got the 3 points.
Okay.
Oh, that was a very poor game from Manchester United. When Manchester United were leading the game, they were still under pressure with a Burnley team which has just been promoted.
Are you even shocked by that? If Manchester United could actually struggle versus Grimsby Town in the previous game before Burnley, you shouldn't be surprised.
No, I wasn't surprised. But Manchester United as a club, where Manchester United is now placed, this is where they are not supposed to be.
So the performance needs to step up.
If there is any word I could use there, more than step up. Manchester United needs to be at their best.
Okay. All right. So talking about Manchester United's performance this season, you have been able to point out some key points, especially mentioning Manchester United manager's formation. Now, I think another thing that has also come under questioning is Manchester United goalkeepers, Onana and Ate Bayenda. Now, this season, Ate Bayenda has started the 3 Premier League games and has conceded 4 goals in 3 matches, while Onana was the goalkeeper in goal versus Grimsby Town. And the 2 goals that were scored against Onana still showed how horrendous Onana has been for Manchester United. And then going into the shootout, Onana as a number 1 for a club conceded 12 penalties. Conceding 12 penalties as a number 1 of a club, I think is something that needs to be questioned. So Manchester United and their goalkeepers, what do you think? What do you think?
For the past years now, Manchester United have had so many issues with goalkeepers. Since David De Gea left and Onana came in, there have been a lot of errors from him, costing Manchester United out of the Champions League. He had a lot of time to improve himself. He's very good on the ball, quite right, but Onana is very poor in terms of saves. His positioning in the goalpost is very poor, and that has cost Manchester United a lot. And by Indy, the same thing. I don't know why our goalkeepers, whenever there is a corner kick or free kick, they doesn't step up to kick the ball out.
They make themselves small in the 18-yard box.
They make themselves small in their own box, in their own area,
and get bullied by opponents.
And then they now call for a foul, which you don't expect the officials to give you such fouls. This is your own yard. You have the right to push those people out, punch your ball out, but they remain there and then allow the opponent to dominate them in their own territory, which has cost Manchester United a lot. If there is any kick, corner kick or free kick, the Manchester United fans, we are always on tension. We know that this one is to go. And our goalkeepers always, they don't disappoint us in terms of that. So I'm so happy that Manchester United, they have just completed the deal of a new goalkeeper
In
from
Lament.
yes, from Antwerp.
Yes.
Yes, so we are happy, and then we hope he brings a different dimension.
Okay. All right. So before we go, we'll talk about the performance of Manchester United in the 4 games in general. You have already stated that the 4 games, Manchester United had been poor in their performance in those 4 games. Going into the season, all Manchester United fans are optimistic, especially after securing Mbumo, Shesko, and Cunha. And after the first game, they put out a very nice performance versus Arsenal. So the optimism was still up. But after the second game versus Fulham and then Greensby Town and Burnley, Manchester United fans are beginning to have a second thought. So after these 4 games in general, what is your hope going forward in the season after the international break?
Yes, I think they have to work on themselves. The coach has to sit back and then do his own analysis, and then the players too have to step up, because they know that there is tension on them too, not only the coach.
Yes.
I just need that mentality which they had on their first game with Arsenal.
Okay.
That was a very nice one. That was a convincing one. But after the game, we couldn't see that pressure, how they follow the ball, how they make their ball recoveries. If they keep on with that effort, and how I watch Benjamin Sesko when he came during the Burnley game.
Okay.
He just need those crosses. He's very good in the air. If you watch how he lifts, you know that this guy is very good in the air. So they just have to work on that. They just have to feed him with the ball from the wing. Look at Man City team. When they brought in Erling Haaland, what Pep Guardiola told the players was that all balls to Haaland. All balls to Haaland. So that made Haaland a very dangerous striker. And he scored a lot of goals. Yes. Haaland can be in the game, he will have about 5 touches with 4 goals. He doesn't make much runs. Once he knows that the wingers and the midfielders are with the ball, he's already there waiting for the ball. But if you watch our wingers, all of them, they want to dribble the ball. They don't make the crosses. Our midfielders, they don't make those through passes.
Through passes.
Yes.
All right. So thank you very much, Rafael, for being part of this session with us, discussing Manchester United and their performance so far before the international break. So after the international break, I hope that Manchester United will come back and put up a good performance.
Yeah, that is a hope. We are all believing in that, and we just need to believe in the players and then give the coach some time. But he doesn't have that time.
Okay.
So he really needs to work on himself and then the players.
Okay. All right, so viewers out there, this is Football, the People's Game. Remember to subscribe to follow more of our footballing analysis on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok at Football, the People's Game. So thank you very much, Rafael, for being part of this show.
You are welcome.
All right.
Thank you so much.